Kitakubu.
Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. So I'm actually a little bit early today with a buff video because I'm actually still awake for some stupid reason. But anyways, putting that aside, we have two new buffs. It's going to be for Arturia Pendragon Archer, so summer version, and Gawain. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that both of these servants got buffs. I was not expecting them at all. I was kind of expecting, like Napoleon or someone else, like someone else from the Archer group to get the buff, but again, was not expecting Arturia Pendragon to get it. And as for Gawain, I was honestly expecting like Frankenstein to get it. So this is a little bit surprising to see, but Gawain's buff is pretty insane. Arturia's buff, questionable, but let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. So it's going to be her first skill. As you guys know, increase own art performance for 3 turns, increase party's defense for 3 turns. We look at the other stuff, generic stuff, right? Basically what they gave her was an MP battery. She can ignore invasion for 3 turns and increase the party's defense. That's been there, sorry. But the ignore evasion and charges own MP is new. The battery, honestly, it's okay. I mean, she didn't really need this, but at the same time, like a battery is kind of normal now to buff or to add on along with a buff if that servant doesn't have a battery. So I mean, I guess this was kind of expected, but at the same time, she didn't really need that. And the ignore evasion for 3 turns is it's nice to have it because, I mean, it's just nice to have it. Like, she can basically do damage if that enemy has evasion. So this was kind of interesting to see, honestly. I don't think this buff is anything amazing, but I mean, I guess it helps her with like that missing MP on her MP gauge, if anything. I kind of thought maybe they would have, if they were gonna buff her, maybe her MP, maybe add something there, maybe like increase arts damage before activation kind of thing, and that would have been pretty cool. I do kind of believe that she maybe needed a little bit more of a attack buff. Like, I mean, this could have been fixed, right? Like, instead of 18%, they could have brought it up to 20. I mean, these numbers are just like kind of weird in my opinion, especially, I mean, I guess beginning of the game. I mean, it's not weird, but like nowadays, this is weird. So if anything, I felt like they could have just like fixed this right here. They could have put this over here, like that's what I thought, and then also fix this at the same time. That's what I kind of would have done, honestly. But yeah, Arturia basically has an MP battery now. That's basically it. All right, so as for Gawain, his MP got buffed here. So as you can see here, deals damage to all enemies, seals their skills for 1 turn, damage 300 to 500%. The overcharge doesn't change. It's just right here, the normal effect. So we go boom. So the deals damage to all enemies. This basically allows him to do more damage, 400% at level 1, 600% at MP5. So more damage. Seals their skills is still there, and then the new stuff: increase on critical damage of Buster card by 50% with Sunlight Battlefield for 3 turns, and increase on critical star absorption of Buster card by 300% with Sunlight Battlefield for 3 turns. And this, of course, activates after you use the MP. It'd be crazy if this was before activation, but he just becomes a bigger gorilla. Like, I mean, activate the first skill, get that Sunlight Battlefield on, and just do crazy amounts of damage. Like, again, here 500% to grant self Sunlight Battlefield buff for 1 turn. Like, again, just doing damage. Like, it's insane. Like, Gawain is gonna be a heavy hitter. That's amazing. Like, add on like Koyan, add on Oberon, like he's gonna do insane damage. So yeah, Gawain is pretty unga bunga again. Personally, I don't think he really needed this buff, but like, I mean, I mean, great. It's awesome. I mean, I always think, older servants always need multiple buffs in order to be better. So, I mean, it's great to see that he got another buff and everything, but I feel like there are other sabers that kind of need it again. Frankenstein saber. But, yeah, it's basically it. Arturia gets a battery, basically, and Gawain just does more damage. Simple as that. But again, I would have thought that if anything, like archer wise, it would have been cool to see Artemis get a buff. Um, yeah, I think out of all the 5-star archers, I would have really hoped to see Napoleon or Artemis get the buff. As for Saber, I honestly, I really wish it was Frankenstein, or Rama. That would have been really nice. But yeah, I think these two were like Rama and Frankenstein were like my two choices to see. But yeah, that's basically about it. What do you guys think about these buffs? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.